She shoots. She scores. Alessia's literacy journey. Most people are taught literacy at school, but I learned it through playing soccer. It began when I was 4 years old. My parents enrolled me in soccer and knew I loved the sport right away. Growing up, I played for many different teams. To name a few, they included West Rouge, Newmarket, and Oshawa. I was not happy with my parents when they took me away from my friends. However, playing for many different teams was a big learning experience for me. I was able to learn new names, I became aware of how the teams communicated with each other, and I also adapted to new coaching styles. It was in 2003 when I faced one of my biggest soccer challenges, playing a year out for the Richmond Hill Raiders. I noticed that my teammates had different attitudes and mannerisms than me. In fact, being surrounded by girls who were older than me made me mature quicker. I picked up on words that I never heard before and was exposed to a whole new way of communicating. I also began making connections between body language and emotions because sports was an outlet for many people. Despite it being competitive, I rose to the challenge. My coach loved me and always gave me compliments. He even told me that he would be sending me to the provincial tryouts. But when the time came, I wasn't selected to go. My parents and I were very confused. The coach said it was because I was a year younger and that they would be sending me next year. I was devastated. I kept hearing comments like, "Oh, it's so political," or "her age doesn't matter" from my mom and dad. It was at that age that I finally understood that it wasn't just about talent. There were many other factors that made a person become successful. Many years passed, and I ended up getting an athletic scholarship at York University. I was lucky enough to have my longtime neighbor as my coach. He made us realize that the lessons we learned from soccer were similar to the lessons we learned in life. Working together with your peers to achieve a common goal, being resilient, and having caring relationships were some of the many he taught us. But one of the greatest lessons I learned from playing soccer was that practice makes perfect. Or almost. As a child, I never thought that was true. But now that I'm studying at the Faculty of Education at UOIT, I truly understand what it means to constantly work at something to become better at it. As a coach and as a future educator, I hope that I will inspire students to be resilient and to persevere, because as the saying goes, there is light at the end of the tunnel. So, practice, 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 and one day you'll succeed.